Shalom, shalom. Excuse me. Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, elder bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to the prophets of that body. And shalom to the 144,000 and 1/3. Okay, wherever you are. Shalom to you and yours. Okay. I'm going to play a video which has got a lot of individuals from the UK understanding the fact that this is going to lead to a totalitarian, however you pronounce it, a totalitarian government. I think that's how you pronounce it. Okay, where the government owns you in totality, right? Which is basically this new digital ID thing. All right, which is a prelude. So it's getting the definition of prelude. Understand? We understand what prelude means, but if you want to get like more expansion on the word, what's a prelude? A prelude is an action or event serving as an introduction to something more important. All right. Now, this something more important is this new digital ID. All right. So this is just like I don't know whose channel it is. It says Brits say no to digital ID. TikTok rants. All right. And let's go to Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Tarry means delay. Okay? From our apostles and elders that we've seen videos and footage. If you go online, right, going back, spanning 4 decades, right? And certain instances, even prior to that, really old footage, okay, of other elders, that were on the streets prior to the 80s. All right, even Abba Bivens, I believe there's footage of him online. All right, okay. So there's footage of the elders that are still preaching right now, and footage of elders that have, that are in the spiritual realm with, with the Most High and Yahweh Shai, right? And they've been teaching and talking about this, right? At that time when the world was such a so-called more of a inhabitable place, or place where there were so-called opportunities and there was so-called fun, and it was more of a mirthy world, or it was more livelier, 45 years ago. People didn't believe it because people were in their comfort zones, people had opportunities, there were things to do, there was optimism, the music was great, the fashion was great, the clothes, the women, restaurants, everything was just popping, everything was happening. People didn't believe you. People just believe these things, right, about the RF to the I to the D, CHIP, right, and the digital world is going to be, it's just in the movies, just entertainment. And fast forward to today, to 2025, all right, all these scoffers that have come across trying to battle our elders and prophets spiritually, right, have all fallen by the wayside, because Yahweh Shemir, you can't beat up, Salakia, you can't try and beat Yahweh Shemir Shai. You can't try and beat Yahweh Shemir Shai's knowledge, all right, what Yahweh Shemir Shai's plan is. You can't, come against the prophets that are speaking the words of Yahweh Shemir Shai and try and, go toe-to-toe with the Most High, and the Most High servants that are speaking the words of the Most High Yahweh Shemir Shai, all right? All right, now you scoffers, now you people that were saying all these, I'll just say terrible things, right? You're not really saying anything now, are you? All right? You're not really saying anything now because, it was a delay, 80s came, the 90s came, still in the optimism mood. Things were great, Early 2000s, things were still kind of okay. 2010, 2012, things are starting a little bit more darker. 2015, even a little bit more darker, entertainment going downhill, movies. 2018, 2019, 2020, after the C19, even more darker. Right now, to damn near complete blackness. All right, so it's coming. Okay, Habakkuk 2 and 3 again. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. You got worldly Edomite Christians out there and even worldly Jake Christians, and other heathens too, right? Jake heathens, 2/3 Christians or whatever, right? That know that the mark of the beast in Revelation 13:16 is what's happening right now. They understand the digital world, the you know they understand that the digital identification process or the digital ID is a prelude to a complete world controlled by the powers that be. They understand that. But still, there's a lot of people of you out there that follow these other camps blindly, especially a camp that wears all purple, right? You follow them blindly and believe them because they have all the pizzazz and they've got beautiful garments and, you know, they've got some money behind them, right? You like all that structure and order that that they like to show on camera, you know, like everything's just perfect. But really, they just, uh, they are, what are they? They are, so like the scripture comes to mind. Uh, wolves in sheep, yeah, wolves in sheep clothing. Wolves in sheep clothing, King James Version. Now it's taking a bunch of time to get through to the scripture now. What the hell? Can't be reached. 1 second. I'll just read it from here. For some reason, it's not going through. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Right? Let's see if I can click on it. It works. My bandwidth is fine. For some reason, the scripture doesn't open up. I can read it from here though. Okay, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. And that's a false prophet. People that are, part of that purple group. They're false prophets. They're leading their flock to the slaughter, right? That's what they're doing. Let's go to the video now. Let's see. All right, okay, here's a breakdown of what's happening. Some of the accents are a little bit northern, so I hope you try and pick it up. I want to see if I can get the words on some of this. This is let play first. All your personal details on a centralized database: health record, medical record, criminal record, passport, driving license. The bank will have access to your medical record if you apply for an overdraft. Okay, this is Brits say no to digital ID. TikTok rants. The NHS will have access to your criminal record if you book a doctor's appointment. That's the National Health Service. The police will have access to your financial record when reporting a crime. See how they want to know everything? They want to be all-knowing, all-seeing. CCTV cameras to see. Because the CCTV cameras are like demons, like demonic angels on the left-hand side. They're recording everything. The way the angels of Yahweh Shai on the right-hand side, control everything as well. So they're trying to have their counterparts of their angels on earth. CCTV cameras. These Edomites, these NWOs, these small hatters want to know everything that you're doing. What's in your mind? The thought police, right? Minority Report, movies like Minority Report, they like to tell you Revelation of the Method. They let you know before they actually do it, but it goes over people's heads, right? They want to know. They want to be all-knowing, all-seeing. They're trying to be mimic the Most High, Yahweh Shai, and they want to penetrate, and pierce, the children of Israel and control them, and own them, instead of shackles, around your ankles, and around your neck and all that. They want to have it inside you. They want to have it digitally in you and own you. Okay? Because once you get penetrated, your husband, the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, is not going to want his wife then. That's what they're trying to do. So these crackers can still keep their rulership going and try and get try and get Esau's birthright back, which was never his to begin with anyway. Okay? All right? The police will have access to your financial record when reporting a crime. They want to be like the Most High, man, these Edomites. All right? They want to be all-knowing. They want to know everything. And they want to have the population to a certain amount, which they can control. Isn't it 500 million? Is it 500 million? That's it. Wasn't that on this, the St. George's Guidestones? What was it called again? Georgia Guidestones, on the Georgia Guidestones. Right? Hence the reason why you got the medical service, all the poisons in the food, the constant wars. They're trying to depopulate the earth. They're trying to make you ill, you know? And the foods, the medication, the air, the water, all that fucked up hard water that's coming out of these taps, you know? All the poisons that we're walking on, the carpets, the tiles, the concrete, everything is to destroy the people, man. Your landlord will have access to information on how many times you travel per year.
If you don't like the changes that we've made, the door is open and you can leave.
So that's it then. Old Rodney now wants to start rolling out the digital ID. Now, I am sure there is going to be many people that will say exactly the same as me. I'll tell you what you can do with that digital ID, Starmer. You can turn around and you can stick it clean up your fucking arse. Now, this is honestly one thing that the whole country needs to come together on and say fucking no. Now, without getting into all the ins and outs of the digital ID that they want to roll out, just remember who has been pushing this for years. Fucking Tony Blair, who we all know is constantly whispering Starmer's fucking ear. But honestly, people, this is one thing that we do not want. End up using this digital ID to completely control your lives. Because don't forget, this digital ID is going to be everything. It's going to be your passport, your bank card, your driving license, TV license if you pay for one. So say, for example, your carbon footprint is too big one month. You might go to the supermarket and they can turn around and say, sorry, you can't buy any beef today. Now, I know...
Total control, I mean. Total control. Let me just go. I was trying to pronounce it correctly. Totalitarian pronunciation. Totalitarian. Total control. Total control. Salakia for that. Let's just play this. You know what I mean? Totalitarian government.
I know that sounds fucking stupid, but that is the reality of the kind of control that they want. And of course, the bullshit excuse that they are now using to push these digital IDs is to help the illegal fucking migration. Talk about try and treat us like a bunch of cunts yet again. Because as we all know, this has got fuck all.
Now we've got a problem with this now. One second. Turn this off. Salakia for this. I've spoken again. All right, let me go back to the same page.
Everything in your life now using to push these digital got fuck all to do with the illegal migration.
So Keir Starmer's finally revealed why he's been letting all illegal migrants into the country. Everyone's had their thoughts, theories and opinions on it. But he's finally come out and said it now. Just to get us all to sign up to these digital IDs. Because apparently, if everyone signs up...
Problem, reaction, solution. So they know now, some of the people are actually putting two and two together, why the powers that be are bringing all the so-called illegal migrants into the country. Immigrants, bringing all the migrants into the country. Why? To have a reason to push the digital ID. So they can figure it out.
It's these digital IDs that's going to stop the illegal migrants coming in.
Problem, reaction, solution.
No, mate. No one stopped illegal migrants coming in here. Stick the Navy in the channel to stop the boats, to turn them round and send them back. Never thought about doing that? Of course you haven't, because it's never been about that, has it? You needed them to come in to create a problem.
Problem, reaction, solution.
So you can come up with a solution.
There you go.
Like the digital ID.
There you go.
But that's not a solution, is it? That's just the first step of total control of everyone in the country. That's the first step of every one of us losing our freedom. And I'm telling you now, every single one of you that sign up to that digital ID are walking yourself into prison. So I'd advise you not to do it. Say no to these digital IDs, people. Trust me.
The good old divide and conquer has worked well, hasn't it?
Yeah, second Ezra's 15 going to play out soon as well, man. You know? One people should stand up to fight against another. Where we at? Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. You know, Esau, the so-called white man, given all these fake, let's just say fake truth. They're fake. Trump likes to say fake news. Let's just say fake history as well. All right, over the past 400 plus years, you know, showing themselves as the Most High, the Yahushai, the angels, the knights, the princes, the kings, you know, queens, you know, the inventors, the connoisseurs of everything, you know, showing themselves as the people that civilize the world, you know, showing themselves as all, you know, all the grandeur and, you know, civilization and purity and hygiene. But when these damn devils are the complete opposite of what I've just stated, okay? They lied, man. All right? And these powers that be that fed them all this bullshit over these hundreds of years, right? All the truth is coming out, and the powers that be don't even care about them, their own people. You know, you would think, you know, oh, let's just keep some of our, you know, let's just keep, you know, our people happy, or let's just keep, you know, Esau would think that, you know, we're rulers, let's keep our subjects happy so they'll be in subjection to us, right? But, you know, they're not even doing that as the so-called good rulers, all right? You know, they don't even take care of their own. And Esau don't give a shit about their own, you know? For them, it's not even about this. Obviously, it's Edomite superiority. They want to push that, but they want to push it in their own bloodline. And they want the rest of these Joe six-pack crackers to be slaves as well, all right? Okay? So even these people are mourning about their own. They don't give a shit about their kings nor princes anymore, all right? Proverbs 29:2 again. But when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Oh, where is it?
With this one, that's been the plan all along: divide and conquer, because they know full well if we all get together, they will not put anything in place. And right now they're trying to put digital ID in place, and we all need to come together, left, right, straight down the middle, whatever you are, we all need to come together and say fucking no. Because once this gets into place, I am telling you now, we as a society, we as humans, we are fucked, because it is all about control. That's what it's about, nothing more and nothing less. It's about fucking control. It's controlling what you eat, controlling what you fucking spend, controlling what you fucking do with your life. It's literally game over. It really is. So everyone, and I mean everyone, needs to say fucking no. We are absolutely screwed if this comes into place. I'm telling you now, life's over. Life is over for us all. It really fucking is. It's bad now. It's really fucking bad now. But it's going to get a lot fucking worse. And there's big dogs pulling strings above Keir Starmer at Labour Party. But I'm sorry to say as well, but Keir Starmer is a massive fucking knobhead. I cannot stand that cunt.
Right, this fucking digital ID thing, what the fuck is that all about? It's
Second Ezra's going to come into play soon, man. Let's go there. Second Ezra's 15:14 King James Version. Okay. 15. Okay. Second Ezra's 15:14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Okay, because even these Edomites, right, know that things are bad right now. They can feel it in the air. We've seen video after video, right, of people complaining. They say, "Oh, there's something's in the air." Like that Phil Collins song, "Something's in the air" or "Something's coming in the air." right? Is it Phil Collins? I think so, right? They can feel it. They can feel it. They can feel, like someone hanging on a rope. They can feel their life slipping away. All right, but for the hopeful elect are in glee, in happiness, in excited mode. Obviously fearful of what's coming, but excited and confidence in the faith. Or faith, there's a confidence and a hope that things are going to be all right. 2 Ezra 15:14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. What are they talking about now? That guy was mentioning divide and conquer. He wants people to come together now. They'll probably even want these crackers, probably want to say, oh, yeah, you so-called black people that they're calling black CUNTSs, or on the video that I made the other day, or yesterday, right? People they're calling black bastard and all that, black cunt, let's just say cunts, black MFers and all that, get out of our country. They want everybody to come together to fight against this, on these racist Edomites or these Edomites in general saying, black people help us, or let's all join hands now. Obviously, they want to join hands because these crackers basically are trying to pull you into the fire that they're going in. All right? Okay. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. All right? Yeah. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right? They don't regard their kings nor princes. There's sedition. They're all coming together, talking. They're talking about rebelling against the government. He just said Keir Starmer is an effing knobhead, basically saying he's a dickhead. He said that Keir Starmer's got other people that are above him that are talking and putting information and giving him advice or whatever. He knows that these powers, these kings and princes are controlled. The same way the elites, right? Their so-called Illuminati families can dig their fingers into the chest of so-called Prince Charles or King Charles or whatever, right? And tell them what to do, all right? Even the so-called monarchies of this world, right, that are with Edomites are sitting on these thrones at the moment, are controlled by the so-called Illuminati, all right? And all the people are hating these authorities. Even in the UK, they want to abolish the monarchy. They don't care about how much they hate Tony Blair, Margaret Thatcher, fucking Trump, Keir Starmer, all right? So they don't care. All right, so they will come. They want everyone to come together. For there shall be sedition among men, okay, and invading one another. All right, that's going to happen too. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, digital ID. You can't work. You can't maneuver. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do that. They want to be all knowing. They want to know where you're going. Okay, this way, if you're going every week. I don't know, wherever you're going every week. Let's say you're going every week, once a week, going to see your mum. Or your dad, mom and dad, they're retired and they live, say, 15, 20 miles away, and you're driving there, whatever, and these checkpoints do come in, which they will, right? There'll be martial law troops there. This is going to give another reason to have more troops on the street, all right? And police checks and army checkpoints, because they're going to need people to man the streets that are in authority, that are in battle gear, that are armed, so people will have the fear in them to be identifiable digitally. So they're going to have these checkpoints. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right? Verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Okay, you heard him. He goes, we're effed. If this goes through, we're effed. We're effed. Let's go here. More hatred towards Keir Starmer.
Starmer's latest load of bullshit, King Digital.
Starmer is a massive fucking knobhead. I cannot both Keir Starmer and Labour Party, but I'm sorry to say as well, but Keir Starmer is a massive fucking knobhead. I cannot stand that cunt.
Right, this fucking digital ID thing, what the fuck is that all about? It's Starmer's latest load of bullshit, pretending it's going to sort out the migrant crisis. It's not. It's basically just another form of control. Why do we need one? We've already got passports, we've already got driving licenses, we've all got national insurance numbers. Yeah, they are effectively digital IDs, the same thing. So what this wanker wants us to have is something on our phones now that we can have to produce when asked. So buying a pint of milk, show your fucking ID, get pulled over by the plod for whatever, digital ID. This is just absolute bullshit. It's going to do absolutely nothing to stop small boats coming here. Not a thing at all. Because, let's be honest, if you're coming here on a boat illegally, everything you do is illegal. You're not going to have a digital ID. People giving you jobs are not going to want to see your digital ID because they're giving you jobs because they know you work for £3 a fucking hour. It's just bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. And that's before we even get onto the fact that if we have everybody's data in one place owned by the government, what do you think is going to happen to that? Russia. They can't be trusted with our data. It's our personal data. And if it's linked to your bank accounts and your medical history and all of that shit, it's a fucking disaster waiting to happen. This is just absolute bollocks. And we really just need to say no. We are literally turning into fucking North Korea. No. No, fucking no. Fuck off with your fucking digital ID, you cunt.
Digital ID. Let's talk about it. So the government have announced that they're bringing out the digital ID. What is it? Well, they're saying it's for immigration. They're saying it's so they can track if they're working or not, the movement, basically making it sound like it's a positive thing. But it's not for immigrants, it's for all adults, everyone who's in England, and they're going to call it a Brit card. So if this is to stop...
So they're going to call it a Brit card, I believe, that's what the lady said. I'll check that out later.
Immigration, and to see if the immigrants are working, then why do we all need one? They're going to put such a positive spin on it. But let me just say a few things. So they're going to be tracking immigrants who are working, where they're travelling. All right, that's what they're saying. But if we're all required to have one, so then you're tracking us, where we're working, what we're doing, where we're going. And it's not going to stop there. They already have something similar to this in China. And they have a social scoring system. And if your social scoring is low, then you're not allowed on public transport. Go Google it if you don't believe me. The Brit ID will know your medical history, your finances, everything will be on this. So the government will just need to log on to your ID and see all your health records, all your financial transactions, and where you're going, what you're doing. What a massive invasion of your privacy.
This is just a smokescreen for Keir Starmer's failures. He's trying to distract everybody from the situation he's got himself into, where he's failed to stop the boats, he's failed to smash the gangs. He's had all these scandals with Angela Rayner, Peter Manson, now Morgan McSweeney, and the questions about donations from Labour together. And he's got Andy Burnham contesting him to be leader of the Labour Party, even though he has this huge majority in Parliament. He's desperately looking for a distraction for all those failures, and that's why he's come out suddenly with this policy on ID cards, which previously his government said they wouldn't do.
Just quickly jumping on about Keir Starmer's plans that every UK citizen must have this digital ID card. Now, they're using the word mandatory. It's not law, so I won't be fucking doing it. I won't be bowing down to Starmer's fucking shitty policies and trying to get everyone...
Okay, they're going to make it optional first, but they're going to start pushing it even more. When the financial system crashes, a lot of people that are saying no to it right now, because a lot of them are Edomites. I mean, you know, you're going to have your Edomites, your two-thirds, your heathens are going to be saying no to it. But the only people that are going to be protected through this, and the only people know that there is help, are the elect. The elect know, they're going to say no to it, and obviously the elect know that Yahweh Hashem is going to help them. But the rest of the world, right, let's just say some people do make it through, right? Heathens do make it through. They don't take the charagma, they don't take the CHIP when that time comes when, you know, this digital ID is a prelude to it. A lot of these heathens are going to be just saved for slavery. All right, simple as that. Or it's going to, you know, however the Lord will do it. All right, but a lot of these people that are saying no to it right now, especially these heathens, they're going to take it when the financial system crashes because they don't know that this world is coming to an end. They still that they think they can fight, you know, against the powers that be, you know. Listen to Chuck D too much, fight the power, right? They can think that they can march against the powers that be, just say no to it, just say no, and the government are going to agree to it. Oh, the people don't like it, so we can't really go ahead with it. No, it's going to happen regardless. And a lot of these people that are saying no now would actually take it, even this Edomite here.
To do the same thing, and if that means because it's digital, it's going to be on your mobile phone.
When you got to eat and drink and keep a roof over your head, people will take it. Only the elect won't take it because the elect know that help is there from Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai.
I'll get rid of my phone. Like, they can't make you do it. If you want to learn more about what they're trying to do, just look at China's digital ID system. Like, you can't ride the subway, you can't go food shopping without having that card. They want to take all of your privacy. And do you really think the UK government can stop the hackers from getting your personal information? It's bullshit. Don't do it.
The UK government's decision to implement digital IDs for all
The hackers are probably owned by the damn government anyway. You know what I mean? Problem, reaction, solution.
adults in the UK is a dangerous idea that should be resisted at all costs. Now, the reason that Labour is proposing digital IDs is because they're massively out of ideas, is what they would say if they were being completely honest. Instead, they're saying it's to deal with irregular migration and determine who can work in the UK. Their big plan is that you would show your future employer your digital ID, and then they would be able to run that through a database to determine whether you can work in this country or not, except already you have to show proof that you can work in this country. You either show them your NI number or your passport. So what is going on? Also, in the context of irregular migration, states in Europe like France and Germany have digital IDs for their citizens, and they experience these issues as well, and actually on a much larger scale. So the idea that Britain's going to be able to deal with it is just a complete falsehood. I think we proved with Test and Trace that is clearly not going to happen. So again, what is going on? Well, this is all about mass control through digital surveillance. For those who don't know, this is Tony Blair, former Prime Minister of the UK, and if there's one thing that Blair loves more than war crimes, it's ID cards. He has always been pushing for them. In the wake of the 7/7 bombings, he pushed for the UK to introduce them, but he was defeated. But as head of the Tony Blair Institute, he has constantly been advocating for countries to introduce them, and he has also been advising Keir Starmer on strategy. Now, the Tony Blair Institute is very well connected with American tech firms specialising in AI development and has consistently been promoting them. And the UK government has already signed.
Oh yeah, of course the UK is going to be attached to American tech firms, okay, that are have that involved in military AI, because America and the UK are like brother and sister. I mean, the part and parcel are the same, all right, but America is just the land that's going to be completely destroyed.
Signed billion-pound deals with American AI firms like Palantir that seek to further line their pockets using public money and also taking away the UK's natural resources and also encroaching on our civil liberties, because this is how it's going to start. You'll have to start showing a digital ID to prove that you can work in the UK, and then it will be used to prove that you can access public services like the NHS, and then housing, until there is nothing that you can't do in this country without showing an ID. I mean, let's face it, we're already going down that slippery slope, but that doesn't mean we need to be adding more washing up liquid to it. Also, the main group within the Labour Party who are pushing this are a group called Labour Together, who are currently under fire for failing to declare £700,000 in donations when trying to get Keir Starmer elected as leader of the Labour Party. So it is likely that digital IDs are just being used as a deflection tactic, and it's not working.
Stop. I'm going to need to see some ID. Why?
Right. Revelation 13:16. Okay, this is what's going to lead to. Only Yahweh Shemashai knows what he's going to make these Edomites and heathens and powers that be do. All right, because they're going to push it into the phone, and then from there, with the hackers that they have in place, okay, and I've also noticed, all right, where a lot of people are having troubles with their phone lines in the UK as well, whether it's mobile phone based, okay, internet based phones, what you call soft phones. A lot of schools have had problems with their phone lines as well. So electricity, the infrastructure is failing, and however the Lord will make it happen, they're gonna discontinue these mobile phones at some point as well. The mobile phones can easily be hacked. Mobile phones can be cloned. The technology can be cloned, so it's not going to be foolproof. All right, and then what they're going to more than likely do is, okay, along with that part, the technology not being foolproof, and then some kind of financial crash happening, okay, all right, and the new form of currency being introduced, and then the lack of security with technology and mobile phones, okay, digital ID and all that can be cloned. They're going to bring the two together. They're going to say, okay, you've got to take the charagma, the RF to the I to the D. Okay, I'm not saying that's how it's going to come out. That's a possibility. That's how Yahweh Shemashai will do it. But only the Lord knows. So we'll wait on Yahweh Shemashai to get down, and the Lord is working. Lord is making things happen. All right. Revelation 13:16, King James Version. Okay. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right. What's that mark for? All right. Doot, 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 doot. What does that remind you of? Scanning shit, right? Okay, when you pay for something with your debit card. Okay, if some of you are still also using credit cards, you're scanning shit. All right? Or you're scanning your phone using Apple Pay. Right? That's eventually going to be your hand. where they're going to run that scanning thing across your forehead, or be some kind of robotic AI kind of machine that will be scanning your forehead. All right, verse 16, Revelation 13:16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. For it is a number of a man, and his number is 666, which is 666. All right, that no man might buy or sell. How are you going to buy or sell? There's no cash money no more. How are you going to buy and sell? What's the new form of currency? Right? What were they doing during C19? Getting rid of the large denominations of paper notes from various parts of the world, various countries. Getting rid of change, physical change. Right? And then when we had to go shopping, if you're using cash in 2020, right? What do the cashiers say? Oh, if you pay with that much, with that specific amount, now if you pay, say, $2.50 or £2.50 for something, and something was, say, $2.25 or $2.10, you're not going to get your change back. All right? If something was $3 or £3 and it was $2.50, you weren't going to get your change back. So basically, you had to just give it because they didn't have enough money. So they've been doing these things and keep putting them in place so to get rid of physical cash. And these phones are going to go soon as well. And if you've seen certain documentaries or mockumentaries where they're kind of making a joke about it, right? About having phones in your hand, all right? All right? So it's coming. It's definitely coming, all right? But the elect are going to be protected, man. Psalms 28, verse 6, Blessed be the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, because he hath heard the voice of my supplications. All right? We pray to the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai daily. Okay? You got to know the name Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, because Acts 4 and 12, there's only one name under heaven that we must be saved. All right? You hope for elect know how much comfort and peace you get from the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai. How the Lord could, turn your frown or your stress into a smile and give you hope. All right? Whether that's from a lesson, that's from an angel coming near you, whether that's a spiritual number, right? Where it's something, you see a rainbow in the sky, you see a chariot shoot through the sky, you have a spiritual dream, whatever it could be, all right? Blessed be the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, because he hath heard the voice of my supplications. Verse 7, the Lord is my strength, the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai is my strength and my shield. My heart trusted in him, and I am helped. Therefore my heart greatly rejoiceth, and with my song will I praise him. Okay? Verse 8, the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai is their strength, and he is the saving strength of his anointed. Who are his anointed? The teachers, okay? Our prophets, our frontline prophets, our elders and apostles, the 144, whoever they are, along with a greater multitude. They are anointed. They are protected. All right? They've got that hedge around them. They might be near the fire. They might be near bullets, lasers, whatever. But they will be protected. Psalms 91, 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. All these problems are going to come to the 2/3 of our people, all right, and our unelect Israelites around the world, as well as the heathen. Okay, the elect are going to be in the mix of this, but these problems aren't going to come near the elect, because the elect's faith is being increased daily. All right, with the things, whether it's small or large, Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai is delivering us out of every day. All right, let's see a little bit more of this, and then I'll leave it there.
The need to establish whether you are in the UK legally or illegally. Driver's license? No. Passport? No. National insurance number? No. Utility bill? No. Birth certificate? No. Proof of address? Nope. Entire employment and education record? No. Government gateway ID? Nope. Well, what ID do you want? I want your digital ID from your smartphone. Oh, I'm sorry, I've left my phone at home. Right here illegally. You're under arrest.
Let's go back to COVID quickly.
So yeah, you left your phone at home, or you lost your phone. All right, they're going to get to the point where these phones are not reliable. They're hindering certain processes and certain things the government wants streamlined. They don't want everybody to have everything on them at all times. All right, what's that going to lead to? The charagma, the RF to the I to the D. A lot of other countries are already utilizing that. and it's going to follow suit around the world. All right, so it's coming. All right, it's not tarrying anymore. People are talking about it. All right, and you scoffers have shut the fuck up too. All right, so Barakati Yahweh Shem Yashai, the Lord is working. These things are happening. We're going home soon, man. We're going home soon. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yashai Bashem Shalom.